Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back in the Zen Zone, Monday, January 8th, 0927 hours UTC, 0427 hours EST. Time doesn't exist. VJT. I want to thank the Relaxing Blues Music YouTube channel, providing that vibe as usual. Those words spelled exactly how you spell them. And already, just first week of 24, reflecting on the first week of 23, I was already on the Lil's Dad page by then, because this is the third day in a row that I have nothing on my original Facebook account. And I complimented David Draymond's exquisite singing talent on my Lil's Dad account. The post that I will refer to today comes to us from January 8th, 2022. I'm still working and all that wonderful stuff then. It's a picture of The Rock, and it says, "Your body can stand almost anything. It's your mind that you have to convince." And that was shared originally by the Life Mellow page on January 7th, 2022. Got the same person liked and commented. Thank you. So, as I make that one public, excuse me, the reality of it, not The Rock, not wrestling, not Vitamin J, not first responders, not men, not women, not anyone so specifically. All of us, in general. We sit where we sit because of choices we made. And we are who we are. What needs to be understood in the mind is that simple fact, just like that post says, that the body can withstand nearly anything. And I'm here to tell you that the mind is what withstands virtually anything. Because the mind is your direct conduit to the universe. The mind is your consciousness. The mind, whether that's a proverbial heart and soul or whatever it may be to you, it is that gift and curse of human consciousness that needs the convincing about what we can handle. Because we tell ourselves, we tell each other, every day, multiple times a day, I can't, you can't, it's impossible. It's a scary world out there. All this anger, hate, bigotry, all of the strife, illness, crime, sadness, loss. Excuse me. But I'm here to tell you, when we turn the TV off, when we X out of social media, when we remove ourselves from the walls that we built around ourselves, originally intended to protect ourselves, but now knowing there is no self, learning that those walls do nothing but close you off from the real world around you, which then creates what we have today, where there does appear to be a majority that need to do this, convincing the mind that the human body, the vessel that all living humans have, really can withstand. It really can persevere. It really can remain virtually ageless, except for its genuine age in the universe. And on a personal note, 20 plus 20 is still 40. 50 plus 50 is 100. 2 plus 2 is 4. So as we set out to convince these minds of their own capabilities, these bodies already know what they're doing, so to speak. They exist in their nature. Our consciousness, the part that has to be convinced, excuse me, underlying that is indeed nature. However, when we cloud that with our opinions, our biases, our lack of self-worth, our lack of self-respect, believing those words, I can't, instead of challenging ourselves, how can I? We must live in the present. We must handle what has happened to us, what we have happened, had happened, I should say, as in our own doing, what the world around us has had happen. It is up to each individual, it is incumbent on each individual to consume only that which is necessary for life itself to continue, until we reach this point or any other point that is a genuine medical office verified, Ohio First Responders, Ohio Police and Fire Pension Board verified, completely documented, disgracefully enough, on all involved, on Facebook, which is how I'm now doing these episodes, where I go back originally 1 year. But again, this week I have rediscovered that this is the week that I opened the Lil's Dad page to continue managing the podcast page, as well as, most important of all, her dad being on social media as she, then 14, was first joining it. And like her old man, she knows Facebook jumped the proverbial shark several years ago. It's like cable and satellite TV. Young people are not about it. And with good reason. Excuse me. With very good reason. Being in law enforcement, my life was public to begin with. My wife's illness and death, and then my illness last year, all of that was on display on social media with a desire to inspire and encourage others. I know we did. We heard it more than once. My continued recovery is on Facebook, hopefully to inspire and encourage others, but also because it is 100% real. Also because I do understand the posts that I've shared. I understand the lyrics of the songs. I understand life and death. I understand being present. And I understand myself. So again, picture of the rock. Life Mellow shared it. It's going positive. I'm sorry, it's going public. Right now, Monday, January 8th, 0937 UTC. Monday, January 8th, 0437 EST. No time, only life. VJT. Sharing that. I'll be adding the link to this show to that on the Book of Faces. But understand, real life isn't online. That's the highlights and the lowlights. Biggest reason Facebook got passé is it earned that fake book reputation. And first responders, don't do that. Well, we shouldn't. I learned that lesson when I inspired the Springfield Police Division social media policy. Excuse me. And that was... When was that, Mr. Hutchins, Mr. Graff? Told you I don't have an online persona. If anything, I had an SPD persona. And man, if that isn't the truth today. But 2010, I think, got called in. And it was funny because I said then, this little rookie that had inspired a social media policy. So the problem is I tell too much truth. But that's some of that water under the bridge that I now have to float above because there's so much water under the bridge because we don't figure each other out. So life falling apart, relationships falling apart, careers falling apart, all that sort of stuff. Hey, it happens. Differences of opinion, general incompatibility, illness, death, crime. There's numerous ways that those things can happen. It's how we consume it, how we process it, and how we move forward with our own lives. And as for the alleged stoatine, give me a break. We're not stoa anything. We're human beings. We're humans being. Just like you just like us. We are them, they are us. We are all humanity. It is your mind you have to convince. Let's roll. And Namaste.